Hey, what's up? Victor checking in. So I've recently discovered this game called Mindustry or Mindustry, I don't know how you pronounce it, and I find it quite a fun game to play. Anyone that liked Factorio or any tower defense games, I think, would enjoy this as well. So I thought, why not maybe make a couple of videos introducing it to my friends and whoever hasn't seen it yet. I think it's actually becoming quite a popular game. And the nice thing about this is that it's kind of cross-platform. You can play this on Android, iOS, PC, Steam, wherever, and they can all play together on servers and so on. Now the nice thing is as well, this game is it's got quite a big core database and tech tree of unlockable items and units and blocks and so forth, and you can research quite a bit. Now I've already done the intro tutorial to this game. Once you launch it, you have to do it, and that allowed me to gather some copper, and this will allow us to research a router, which is an essential item for this game. So I just clicked it to research this thing before we get going. So it's got a little grid or mesh of levels and stages to unlock, and we're gonna start from ground zero and work our way through. Alright, now with any further ado, let's get going. Gives us a quick briefing, the resources detected, objective and best wave. That is obviously referring to the tutorial, and we're gonna launch. Okay, so the idea, let me quickly pause. The idea is to gather resources and build defenses, as the enemy will spawn usually on the opposite side of the map, indicated by this large circle. This is the enemy spawn area. So what we have to do is focus on getting resources like copper and lead and so on. And this map we haven't got many, but scrap or junk, copper and lead, and we need to gather these resources in order to defend our base and build our defenses. So spacebar would allow you to pause the game, which kind of is nice because you can carry on building while it's paused. It saves you a little bit of time because the wave counters up top left just keeps counting down. So initially, I like to start by just quickly mining, manually gather a bunch of resources, and once we've got that, it's easier to just get going from there. Okay, so what we want to do is on this panel, this is our options. We've got some categories here. First thing we want to do is category 2 is usually your mines or your drills or whatever you call it. So we want to build a bunch of copper mines to gather copper for us. Just drag and drop it there, and then once we've got that, we need to build a conveyor to transport all of the ore that's gathered into our core, and that will be used to build the next and the next and the next. Alright, so we've got some copper coming in. We'll obviously improve this a little bit as we go along, but before our timer runs out, we need to get a bit more resources, so we'll quickly grab some lead as well. So this purple ones indicates lead. I'm gonna build a couple of drills and also connect that with some conveyors. Right. The conveyors will automatically change direction as you drag it, or you can use your scroller, your mouse wheel, and just rotate it in the direction you prefer. And there we go. Now we've got some lead on the way as well. Now we've only got one defense or turret or whatever you want to call it, and it's called a duo. And this duo, it's got all the specs over here, but the most important thing to look at here is the different types of ammo. So currently we only have copper, so this is the ammo we will use, and there's some optional enhancements that we can look at a later stage. So what I want to do is find a narrow spot in the way of the enemy path, and I'm going to build my defenses around here. Now we want to obviously feed these duo turrets with copper, as that is our ammunition. So I'm going to build a row of them over there. Oh, you see we're running out of copper. That might have been a mistake building it like that. Or we can pause building let them mine so long. What we'll do then is we'll build a couple of copper drills and some conveyors, and we will take this all the way up to our duos. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this thing called a rotor, and these rotors will basically distribute the items going in one side and moving out the other as they go in, so they will kind of evenly distribute the items moving into them throughout. Yes, hopefully we're in time for this first wave. And 1 second remaining. Some of it should already have, but I think because we're obstructing the path, the path finding of the unit will actually direct it to move this way. So we'll just manually have a go at one of those enemies. Alright, so the copper will feed into the one side and it will distribute as it goes along. So as we hover them, you'll see some of them already there on the right hand corner show that it's got ammo, so the copper will just feed in. What I want to do is build another line right over there. We might actually be better off just quickly mining some of the copper manually just to get them going. And while we've got that, maybe build another row of drills. Some extra copper coming in. No, we don't want that. We want conveyors. Like so. Okay, now we've got plenty of lead coming in. So when we go up to the top, carry on building these duos. Okay, while it's going, I'm gonna meantime place routes for hopefully we're gonna be in time for it's an odd sound. I think it's the ambient noise. Let me quickly see if we can switch that sound. That must be the ambient. Very annoying actually. Okay. If it is, but switch it off at some point. We might not have ammo on this side yet, so we'll probably have to battle some of them manually once again. One enemy. Okay, pause building and see. Easy in the beginning, not as easy later on when there's 10, 20, 30 or like 200 enemies running down at once. Won't be as easy. Okay, that's nice. All of these will now pull in there. What we can do is just add another row of mines. Drills, call it mines. A lot of Minecraft. Some drills that would feed it even faster. Some of it's going over that way. Now what you can do, I've only learned this playing quite a bit, is in some cases it's actually better using just a bunch of rotors. And what this will do is we can actually input anywhere over here and it will distribute right through the whole line of it. So what I'm going to do is place a couple of them over there and we'll make input there and input there. So they will all evenly distribute, and then anything excess output here and take it all the way back to our core. Like that. So eventually when all of these are full, all of the output will then just bypass right into the output over here, and it will run all the way back. The route is made, will run all the way back to our core. So let's change it up like that. Okay, enemies on their way. Be able to defend. Okay, so they will cause damage to our devices. They will cause damage to our turrets, and what we can do is then either build something just to distract them, so they will fire at the first thing they see. So quite a cheap thing is a junction, so you can actually build a whole lot of junctions, something that they start firing at, and while they're firing at these, gives our turrets time to actually fire at them. So what I've found is if you hold down F, you can actually do like a copy and paste, almost like that, and you don't have to place 1,000 items over and over again. Now we've got like a wall of junctions, and the junctions are actually meant to be used when you cross another conveyor. It will be a straight over cross between two conveyors. See, now I think all of the duos have filled, and all the X's are pushing out on this side. Alright, so that will keep them busy for a while. Just need to keep an eye on it, and in the meantime quickly get some other lead mines going as well. We need to gather as much as we can in order to send a lot when we do launch to the next level. So all of these resources, excess resources that we can launch, is helpful when we do research, and there it automatically placed a junction. Those two will not mix, it will basically just cross it directly. Alright. Okay, so we've got another... Aha! So all of the enemies went in this one particular spot. They will always take the easiest or shortest route, or route of least resistance. So obviously when they start shooting there, all of them will focus on this one point. But that gives us time to fire back at them and even reload between waves. So we're gonna try and push for, let's do wave 10. Next launch opportunity is wave 10. I think we've got, well, maybe, let's see. I built all of these nice defenses, would be a pity launching now. So I'd say let's push for wave 10. Come on, last one. So it will give us a little bit more time to gather more resources. To quickly grab a bunch of drills. That. And like that. Fires going. That to get those blocks. Okay, I think we're touching everything. Alright, and then take it all the way down. Junction, jump that one and join into this other lead. All of the lead from this one should actually now be joining right over here. That will give us some time to gather a little bit more lead than we have already. We've currently got only 600 and 200 and 290, 300 basically. This will give us some time to gather slightly bit more resources. Yeah, but that's the long and short of it. We've got inputs now, gathering resources, conveyors and so on, and we might as well just add a few more, make it a bit quicker. But I think by the time we reach wave 10 we will have a fair amount of resources. See there, that conveyor is already filling up. Okay, so you can initiate the waves quicker. So if you feel like you've gathered enough resources and you need to speed up things a bit, you can basically call these waves manually by pressing that play button. And I will definitely be doing it soon. Oh, what's happening? That thing is standing still. I haven't seen still standing conveyors. Very, very strange. Okay, 22 seconds before the next wave. I think we should call it. Get them going. See what's happening. Next wave. Yeah, okay. 3 enemies. Now we haven't got any other defenses, so I reckon in this case junction walls would be our best bet. Now, nice thing, while we're busy fixing and replacing, if we copy, let's say, that part, we can actually save some schematic and we can call it a junction wall, and that makes it a bit easier to build and fix walls like this one. Let's do next wave. 4 enemies. So what we can do is we can actually fill up this side a bit more, which will force them into one direction. And oh, they made some damage. They actually got to one of the duos. What we can do is just quickly get our junction wall from here and fix that spot. So while we're on that, let's do a bit more over here. That will kind of force them to go down this side, because there's more resistance on the left hand side. Alright, wave 8. Let's see what's happening. 5 enemies. You see all of them come towards this side now. And the nice thing is you can kind of help firing. But oh, they got me there. They got me. Good. Let's see what's happening. They didn't go through. That's nice. Quickly patch up and call the next wave. Wave 9. So they gradually get stronger and stronger. Nice. And patch up again. Like later on, you've got drones and miners and other devices or mechs. Actually, I call them mechs that can repair and fix and build destroyed items. And you don't have to manually fix it all the time. Okay, wave 10. 7 enemies unable to launch. So once we've killed all of these enemies, we can launch. Nice. We won't go into the next one, so we'll let all resources now run down to our core. So currently we have 1,000 of each. That should be quite enough. And once you're happy, just click on launch. Tell you launch all the resources in your core, and map's done, or level done, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's see. Tech tree, and immediately we can unlock a few more things. So we're gonna definitely just go around and click all of the ones we can upgrade or unlock like that. So now we've got a few more. This tech tree actually expands quite significantly. There's a lot of tech going in, but now we can move on to the next level and or redo this level. And for example, we need to at least reach wave 20 in ground 0, so we'll have to do 20 there, and so on and so on. So this one we've actually unlocked, and we can start with this one. Well, I'll leave that for another episode. Well, I hope you find it interesting. I kind of love this game. Quickly went into my top 10 games, and I'm very, very pleased with how it turned out, and yeah, I've been playing quite a lot, especially on my Android tablet. I've played probably 50 hours already. Alright, well, let me know what you think. Any questions, ideas, comments, whatever, and also don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you find it a bit informative. Please like it, and yeah, I'll check you in the next video. For now, Boktor checking out.